Welcome to Red Carpet TV Nigeria. If this is your first time, kindly subscribe to our channel by clicking the subscribe button below the video. For coverage of events, you can call any of the numbers in the description box. Thank you and enjoy our videos.
The thankful blues and thoughtful hues of harmonic verses forced a joyful noise on clean, tranquil terrains of Akure, the Ondo state capital. The wave of worship waxed stronger as the traffic thickened along the well-paved Bosede road, spilling into Ijomu premises of St. David Cathedral, where scores had gathered for an evening of songs and golden tunes in memory of a great son of Akure Kingdom, Pa Johnson Bosede Jegede. In his lifetime, Pa Jegede was distinguished for his uncommon accomplishments, and in death, he has equally commanded such a great attention across the country. Earlier in the day, family, friends, and hordes of Akure folks had gathered in his residence along Bosede Road for a brief line and stay. It was a period of pain and appreciation. Scores milled around the gleaming casket in ecstasy, voice and praises and thirst poetry of the Jegede lineage, a lineage of honor and glory in modern Akure history. Indeed, Thursday, March 20th, 2014 was a day of golden dirge for a distinguished live of service. The hymns, the homily and sweeping testimonies at the wake keep raised the bar in brisk and bubbly worship. It couldn't have been anything less.
I knew Baba as a worker before I got involved in this church. I remember that when the new cathedral was being built, Baba was part of it from the beginning to the end. I do not know anybody who would say it did more to build that than Baba Jegede.
The late Jegede was a highly respected individual who combined commendable community service with a sacrificial stewardship in the Lord's vineyard. He was Odokbetu of Isikon Akure and a pioneer diocesan treasurer of the St. David's Church, Ijomu, Akure. On Friday 21st, Akure crackled in colors and choruses as the St. David's Cathedral, Ijomu, played host to exclusive guests comprising traditional rulers, politicians, businessmen, socialites, and other colorful style icons. They strutted with grace as they gravitated towards the cathedral. In no time, the casket was wheeled into the church, thus signaling the start of service. The children of the deceased glowed in expensive sky blue lace fabric, while the grandchildren gleamed in cream lace fabric. The bubble of praise billowed in the sanctuary as choristers paid lyrical tributes to the late Odokbetu, an ordinary man who became extraordinary by the grace of God. The first Bible reading was taken by Right Reverend Marcus Ibrahim, Bishop of Yola Diocese. There were interludes of songs, and a grouping sermon entitled The Heaven and the Redeemed Humanity was done by the Very Reverend Justice Olufemi Olugasa, the retired provost of the cathedral. Soon, Baba's children were called to the altar for prayers. Indeed and in truth, the children of Pa Jegede shone like a galaxy of stars in the firmament. They showed forth the glory of God and the legacy of their late father. In Ondo State and in Nigeria, the Jegede clan of Akure Kingdom has become a precious family tree that cannot be ignored. Of a fact, the Jegede seeds are truly mighty in the land, from the conscientious labor leader Benga Jegede To the gregarious socialite and general manager of Orange FM, Tokunbo Jegede, from the legal icon, senior advocate of Nigeria SAN, and Ondo State Commissioner for Justice Eyitayo Jegede, to the brainy banker Olawale Jegede, and barrister Demola Ekundayo, and indeed the lovely, comely and angelic Jegede daughters, Mrs. Folusho Esho, Mrs. Moji Alex Adedikwe, Mrs. Bumi Erebo, the late Odokpetun of Isikon, has reproduced himself in a generation of stars. All the children and their spouses, especially the delectable Jegede wives, danced with gusto as the inviting choral presentation culminated in an elaborate thanksgiving. The Hallelujah chorus brought the well-attended service to a close. With the withdrawal hymn, the casket was wheeled out and priests, notable guests and other parishioners filed out and proceeded to the graveside. Baba was later committed to Mother Earth at the church cemetery after the recitation of solemn hymns, exhortations and committal prayers. Guests later trooped to the expansive arcade of the Ondo State House of Assembly, Igbatoro Road, Akure, where a lavish reception was staged to treat everyone to a real nice time. Under the large marquee, guests dined and wined in cozy ambiances. Variety of food supplies were in surplus, ditto for assorted drinks. The music of Sheyi Michael's band got everyone dancing irresistibly as guests partied in frenzied merriment. The grand arrival of Nigeria's former Vice President, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, caused a stir as guests struggled to have a glimpse of one of Nigeria's most respected personality in the political terrain. Atiku was a guest of Eyitayo Jegede, Ondo State Attorney General, who owns one of the biggest law firms in Atiku's home state, Adamawa State. The former vice president sat with the Ondo State Governor, Dr. Olusegun Mimiko, and other high-profile guests. The latter got on the open dance floor to dance with children of the deceased. Chief Johnson Bosede Jegede was born on December 6, 1925 at Igbotako, Ondo State. He had a rewarding career in the public service as a produce officer between 1948 and 1982. In his lifetime, Chief Jegede was a devout Christian and staunch Anglican who invested heavily in the education of his children. Red Carpet TV spoke with the children and other guests.
We advise the children to live the life that the father lived. You can see how people are here. We are many celebrating the life of the man, and everybody is testifying to the good life that he lived.
Well, the children should maintain their father's legacy. An honest, straightforward man who took care of his children. Education was the number one priority of Baba. So they should make education number one priority for their own children.
Baba's commitment to honesty in service and leadership is something that we all pray for as far as development in our country today is concerned. All of us would like to emulate Baba. Baba lived a good life and we are very, very proud. I congratulate the children for having a worthy father, Pa Jegede?
Oh, my grandfather was a very lovely man. He was very peaceful, gentle. He was nice. He was a very sweet man.
My father lived an eventful life and he left a lot of legacies for us, his children, to emulate. We are proud of him because he's a disciplinarian and a man of God to the core. He served the Lord perfectly during his time, and that is why he died really as a Christian. With his last words saying, "Glory be to God in the highest, hallelujah."
His honesty, his painstaking attention to details, his well-focused demeanor, his caring attitude to life. We're going to emulate that. I'm going to emulate his excellence in character as well. He was a great man and is worthy to be emulated.
His readiness and ability to assist each and every one of his children to start a life. His power to understand his children. And guide each and every one of them. And at all times, his readiness to demonstrate favor and give out to I will miss it.
From the Red Carpet TV crew, we congratulate the Jegede siblings for giving their late father a very befitting burial.
Thank you for watching Red Carpet TV Nigeria. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button to subscribe to our channel.